Have you ever noticed how one painful moment can become the script that you live by? Maybe someone rejected you, or maybe you were betrayed, or maybe someone in anger or for whatever reason told you that you'll never amount to anything, so you'll never be good enough. And without realizing it, you kind of started directing every decision afterward based on those experiences. But what if that script, that story, was never ever meant to become your identity? Today, I want to walk with you on editing that script. Hi, beautiful human. It's your girl, Andrea, and welcome back to Reframe with Andrea, where together we challenge old beliefs. Um, we shift our perspective and intentionally create the lives that we were meant to truly experience. This week, we've been rewriting our stories. First, we discovered that our minds believe what we constantly repeat. And then we learned that the way that we speak to ourselves has a tendency to shape who we become. Today, we're taking yet another step on that journey because sometimes the words we repeat, they were never ours to begin with. It's it's time to decide what remains in the script and what we choose to rewrite. So, one question that I ask myself is who wrote this story, this script of my life? And I want you to imagine picking up a book about your life. Now, ask yourself, who wrote the chapter that you're living today, right now? Was it a teacher, a parent, a friend, your partner, um, or rather, I should say, an ex partner, ex husband, ex wife, ex boyfriend, girlfriend? Or was it a childhood experience? Maybe it was a mistake. Or was it actually even written by you? Not every sentence you believed deserves a place in your next chapter. One thing about authors and writers is that every great writer or author is constantly revising what they've written. And editors, they have to remove unnecessary paragraphs. They replace words. They rewrite endings. and they strengthen weak chapters. So, why do we expect ourselves to live by the very first story that life handed us? Think about that. Revision, rewriting, editing, it isn't failure. It isn't saying, "Oh, you're not good enough because you had to rewrite this." It's wisdom. It's knowing that change can happen by choosing to think differently, write differently, and speak differently. I want you to picture holding a pen. I have lots beside me. And on one page, it says, "I'm too late." I want you to cross it out. No, like something written on a page, cross it out. Another page says, "I'll never heal." And I want you to do the same thing. Cross it out. "I'll always fail." Cross it out. "I'm not worthy." Cross it out. And now I want you to write something new. "I'm growing, I'm healing, I'm learning, I'm becoming," one sentence at a time. Editing your story doesn't mean that you go around pretending that painful periods in your life, painful chapters never happened. Now, I said I would say this, and this will be a reminder each time that this is not about pretending that everything is perfect and everything is great all the time, because, as we all know, things are not always perfect, not always great. But what that means is that you're refusing to allow the chapters to define the ending of your story. You want to keep the lesson and release any labels that you've placed on yourself. You want to carry the wisdom and leave behind the shame. And really, that's how healing happens. And that's how it helps you to move forward. Your future is waiting. Every day that you wake up, you receive another blank page. And that's not because yesterday didn't matter, but because it still does. And you have yet another opportunity to choose courage, to choose grace, to choose hope. And every time that you do, you're editing, rewriting the story that your future self will one day read. Think about that. If you could cross out one one sentence, one thing from your life story, what would it be? Instead of saying, that's what happened to me, try saying, that's just one chapter. It's not my whole story. Another reflection. Um, what's one belief, one label, or one sentence that you're ready to cross out? Um, share it in the comments. Someone else may find the courage to rewrite their own story because you decided to share yours. Before we go, I want you to remember this. Life will write chapters that you never asked for. Some will be absolutely beautiful, and others will break your heart. Some will leave you wondering if the story can ever recover. But what I really want you beautiful humans to give focus to or attention to is that you are not the worst chapter that you've lived. You're not the most difficult season that you've survived. You're not the labels that were handed to you. You're the author, the writer that keeps writing, even after the hardest pages and the most difficult stories or experiences in your life. So keep rewriting, keep re editing, keep crossing out, and more importantly, keep healing. Keep using words that honor who you're becoming. Because the best stories are rarely the ones without any struggle. They're the ones where someone refused to stop writing and rewriting and crossing out and editing. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love for you to join our community by subscribing and hitting your notification button, wherever that may be for you, so that you know when I'm coming on to share another reframe. And if someone came to mind while you were listening or watching, share this episode with them. You never know if someone needs a reminder that one difficult chapter doesn't define your whole life. And if you're intentionally ready to create the life that's aligned with who you're becoming, I'd be honored to walk alongside you. You can explore coaching, guided meditation, and free resources at innerjourneytransformation.com. Next time, we'll talk about why every single day offers a new blank page and how your very next chapter can begin with one intentional decision. Remember, Awareness opens the door. Intention walks you through it. Until next time, my dear, beautiful humans, keep reframing your story one thought at a time. I'll see you soon.